Hello everybody, I'm back with another knife review. This will be actually a double knife review. So what I'm going to start off with, obviously you can see I have a Victorinox knife in front of me. I'm going to start off with this one. This one is called the one-handed Sentinel. And the reason for me to pick this up is because it was on clearance, first of all. And second of all, it's one of the very few Victorinox knives you can actually open with one hand. Obviously you can tell the Spyderco S type of a hole here, except it's not round and it's oval. So, anyway, before I start, let's start with some specs here. So close length right now we have about 4.4 inches. Blade length is about 3.25, and overall is about 7.5 inches long or so. It weighs in at, I don't know, 2.6 ounces, and I believe the steel they use is a combination of a 420 and a 440A stainless steel. So they don't really have a name for it, but that's all I could find out. Anyways, you can tell it's in a very high polished style, as all Victorinox blades go. This one, like I said, is very nice because it has basically three tools on it. It's got your main blade, and you got your if I can even get it out of there, I got your tweezers on this side, and you got your toothpick on this side. But aside from that, is very basic. Okay, some pros and cons. Cons of this would be the handle is ultra smooth. I mean, not ultra smooth, but very smooth. So I wouldn't really go stabbing anything with this, even though this has a slight little curve here to allow you to grip onto it. And of course, it's got the little Spyderco style thumb ramp on there. There's no jimping on it anywhere part of this knife, though. And plus, the tip is not really. I don't really think this is really made for piercing, but for slicing, this is very, very sharp, as I found out. The one other con I didn't like is the fact that for some reason they went with a reverse liner lock. So this is essentially locks, instead of pushing it this way, you push it this way, and then you can unlock the blade. Now, what I do like about this is a solid lockup. Listen to the sound. Hear that? And the reason is because it has the traditional locking bar on the back, like all Victorinoxes do. You know, if it's one of those ones that don't actually have like a liner lock on there, this one has that and the liner lock. So when you lock it up, so this holds it in place, and look how deep that locks up. See, this is when it's disengaged, and see, look. It goes all the way from the right to the left. I mean, this blade, I don't even think there's a way you can fold this blade in on accident. There's really no way. It's very, very good lockup. So, anyway, let me zoom back out. Now, this blade comes on several different types of knives, I believe, and I think this is the one-handed Sentinel. They have a one-handed Trekker, which basically has the same blade except a couple more tools like a bottle opener, can opener, and of course the tweezers and the toothpick. And they also, I believe, they have a Soldier also, and all these can be opened up with one hand. Now, I haven't researched very much into Victorinox knives. I've never really been a huge fan of them, but I have started noticing them because of these type of knives here. And the other one is called the Rescue Tool, which I happen to have one right here. Now, the Rescue Tool comes in this really, really loud pouch. You know, you basically can see it screaming from you from anybody's pants pocket or, you know, belt loop or whatever. So this is the 2007 knife of the year, and you can tell it's exactly the same size. You know, actually, if I just put these on top of each other, you know, the handles, I mean, this is the glass breaker, but the handle here matches up exactly. You know, look at the thumb holes match up exactly. So, of course, obviously, the one-handed Sentinel is a lot thinner, so you can see that. The handle scales are just as smooth, so really annoying there because, you know, with a Rescue Tool, you want to be able to hold on to the knife, but luckily, because it's so thick, it's easier to grip onto. I mean, as opposed to this one where, you know, obviously you can tell I'm squeezing a little bit harder with my left hand here. So with this one, it also comes with a reverse liner lock for the main blade, which is partially serrated here. And you got a two-step bottle opener slash heavy duty whatever, a flathead screwdriver. So locks here first. Well, actually, it doesn't lock, but it stops here first, so that way you can get more torque on your on the screws. Or if you can lock it all the way open, let me move this knife out of the way, it's not focusing. Or you can lock it all the way open. When I say lock, I really do mean it, because there's a liner lock on this one, and you can use it within this position as well. Then all you do is push over the liner lock. Of course, it's reverse liner lock again, and then you can release the screwdriver. All right. This also has this excellent seatbelt cutter. And I love this thing because, first of all, it's very sharp, but they put this little hook on here, which is very easy to get the seatbelt cutter to come out. Look at that. It just protrudes out. You grip it with your finger and pull it out. The same cannot be said for this last one right here. This is a disc saw. look at that. This little nub is what they expected you to pop this tool out. I mean, it protrudes out, sure, but I mean, it's so slippery because there's no hook on it. So I kind of wish they made this in the same tradition or style as they made the whoops, get this out here, like the seatbelt cutter, so you can see the difference there. So anyway, so this is a disc saw. It's for sawing through shatterproof windshields. You know, this is removable. And as well as the glass breaker on this side is also removable if you don't want it, but this is very nice. So, and for the glass breaker, I found it that's more ergonomic if you turn the knife this way, and you see how the main part of the blade here curves. Well, it fits right in the palm of your hand, just that little curve right there. And if you hold it just like that, it just fits right in there, and you can use the glass breaker. The other thing I found too is if you're using the seatbelt cutter. Oh, actually, that's under the seatbelt cutter. You can also, if you have small enough fingers like me, you can stick it through the thumb hole here and hold it, and you can saw through, and you get a little bit more purchase without slipping on the slippery handle here. Same could be said for the disc saw, except you're going to use your pinky. So obviously, I'll just wrap my pinky through here and hold it, and that way you get a little bit more purchase. So. Now, and of course, those are the non-locking tools. They just flick open and close. So, and here you go with the toothpick right here, and you got, of course, your tweezers right there. On the bottom, you get an awl for punching through stuff. You can always just hold it like that. And the other thing you get is a Phillips head screwdriver, you know, which you can also use as an awl if you really want to. But yeah, you can you know, use it as a regular screwdriver. It has a nice little lanyard here for you, just in case you want to pull it out of your pocket, or pull it out of that loud pouch that it comes with. Now you notice how I don't really have much lighting here, because I was going to show you one more thing before I go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this flashlight on, and I'm going to hit the I'm just going to charge up the handle scales here, because a very unique thing about this handle is the fact that it stores, it could just be charged up by just being in the presence of light. So now that's good. Let me go and turn the lights off really quick for everybody. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? So this thing basically just glows in the dark once it's hit by light. You know, obviously, you see the backside didn't get any light on it, so that's why it's not glowing. So which begs me to another question. So imagine if you pull this out of your pocket. Well, it's not going to be glowing, obviously, so what happens if you lose it then? You know, so I thought that was sort of like useless, but I guess if you do lose this, yeah, you can just easily shine your flashlight on it, and I'm sure you'll, because it just glows, you'll probably just be able to see it. So let me turn these lights back on here. Get my flashlight back. So anyway, you know, one of my final thoughts is that I highly recommend either one of these knives, and I think they're a great addition to any pocket, any backpack, and any car, whatever. You know, just keep them with you. I think both these are great. The rescue tool is especially great. I really like that, you know, because it's not too large, it's not overly heavy. I think this only weighs about 3.5 ounces, anyways. Has a one-handed opening blade. You know, of course, when you close it, you're gonna have to use your left hand or close it with 2 hands. But other than that, I think it's great. Highly recommend both of these blades to anyone. Before I go, let me go ahead and move this out of the way, and I'll show you the size comparison between this and full-size Griptilian. And you can see it's actually slightly smaller, more petite, but lengthwise it's almost the same as a full-size Griptilian. So it's a very easy-seeable knife. It's still under the preferred length that I would like to carry in my pocket. So, at any rate, I hope you enjoyed this review. As always, if you have any comments, you know, just go ahead and leave me some comments down below. And I'll try my best to answer them. But this will be my overview and tour of the Victorinox rescue tool and the Victorinox one-handed Sentinel. Okay, I'll catch you guys on the next review. Take care.